You guys, welcome to number one of the Derby Career Mode Live on FIFA 17. This is what we've been all waiting for, and yeah, we're just going to go straight into it. 60% bonus. Unfortunately, I don't think we do have the third kit, so we are going to go, like, I've got 10 hours, and I think that guy's new. I think they've added another manager to this thing. I don't think he was there before. Maybe they got rid of one of the white guys. I'm not too sure. I don't know which one looks like me the most. Maybe this guy, or maybe that one. I think I'll go that one, and I'll go for the tie approach. So we'll pop the name in, get into this career mode and get it moving along, because it's just something really fun to do. Like, I really enjoy doing this every year for some reason, and I enjoy showing you guys. So let's go straight into this. Now, this is the one thing that might cock this entire career mode up, the stadium. It's one of those things. I did a video last year and it got like 15,000 views, how to change the stadium on FIFA 17, because it is really difficult, and I don't know why it is. It's just one of those really silly things. Apply and exit, 6-minute halves, world class, download latest, that should do. Now, when you do this, download the latest squads, does it change the stadium? Because that's what it did. There's a possibility that the stadium has changed back to Molten Road. So fingers crossed it's not a really small stadium. It's actually the stadium that looks like our stadium. So here's the team I've put together just quite quickly. It's kind of the team that we have, but with Abdul Kamara in that position. Actually, I'm going to put Craig Forsyth at left back, and it is going to be an area we're definitely going to look at potentially improving, because both of those have their issues. Olsen, he's way too weak. Maybe he's a bit better on FIFA, maybe I can perform like Thomas Ince in real life. Doesn't do too well, but for me, he's absolutely fantastic. So we are going to go add some players to our shortlist, and one of them is actually straight away. Scott Hogan, very pacey striker. I think we do need an extra striker. Yeah, he's got about 90 pace and some pretty good stats. Naki Wells as well. He was another one that you guys suggested. I don't think there's any others on here. No, there isn't. So we'll have to add those. So here's our budget that we have. It is actually quite large. Obviously, we added the 60%, which is good to see. I'm not too sure if there are any transactions we can look at. So obviously, we sold Alvin Tozer apparently for 7 million. That's quite a bit. And Jeff Hendrick for only 3 when it was actually 10. And Ryan Shotton for 1.5. But we did buy Vidra apparently for 4 million. So yeah, I think we've got a healthy budget. We should be able to improve the squad quite nicely. I did put a straw poll out saying whether you wanted me just to stick with the team I had or improve it. So we are going to add some players to the training. I am kind of tempted to just basically boost Wilson to a high rating and then buy him at the end of the season, because I feel like he's not going to stay at Man United. He's never going to get into that team, and he is probably going to look for a way out. So a couple of players that we have scouted have come back straight away. Naki Wells is one of them. He is only 71 rated. But what I'm going to do with some of these players is actually put Nick Blackman and Bradley Johnson into him. I kind of want to give Bradley Johnson a second chance, but at the same time, kind of not. But I'm going to put Nick Blackman plus 1 million for Naki Wells. I think that would be a good deal for both clubs. It improves our strikers, and they get quite a good deal in it. Also, we are looking at Henry Lansbury. He's got 12 months left on his contract. I don't know, I just feel like maybe swapping him for Bradley Johnson, that would be quite nice. He's worth 1.7, and they are looking for that. So we're going to add, just because it is a rival club, an extra 500,000 on top of it, and that would be a really nice deal. Into some more training then. I'm going to be simulating it while we're on the early access, but when we do eventually get to the full game, I will be playing through these and actually getting a good amount of growth to these players. But as you can see there, we have already had some growth to Fred Rawson, the centre-back. I think he has got around the 75 potential, so if we can get him up to the 70s by January, then he can look into potentially getting a first-team position. So into our second pre-season game now. I probably should have put together like a weak team that it doesn't matter if we get injuries, because when you do simulate it, sometimes you do get injuries, but we don't get one in that game, luckily, and we do lose the game, but I really don't care of the outcome of this pre-season tournament. So they have accepted the 1 million plus Nick Blackman for Naki Wells. I think that'd be just a nice, realistic signing as well. I think that's the thing with career mode. One thing personally I like to do, when people suggest like Bellerin and players like that, like Halahovic, and they're not going to join Derby County, so I don't think they are. No, we're not interested in the player. So maybe we could look at someone else in the club in a central midfield position, because if we are playing the 4-4-2, we probably don't need this many central midfielders, unless what we do, leave Bradley Johnson there and put it up to 1 million, and they'll probably accept that because he's only worth between 1.5 and 2.5. One player that was suggested is Matt Ryan. I think he is slightly too much. We could just buy Matt Ryan, but I think for those New Zealanders, they just wanted a player from New Zealand, and that's about the only one I could think of. But we have got some really nice names here. We've got Pryor, very young goalkeeper, would go up to probably 80, maybe even 85. Callum Patterson as well. He's actually quite versatile, I believe. I think he can play in a couple of, maybe he's just a right back, but he has got some very good stats, very good pace, very good strength, and I think he'd be a nice choice, and he'd be very cheap with 12 months left on his contract. James MacArthur from Crystal Palace. This is if we were going to play the 4-3-3, but I think we are going to give the 4-4-2 a go. Jordan Much as well. What we're going to do with him is actually put Bradley Johnson plus, I think 300,000, that should do. Adding up to 2 mil, I know he's not worth that, but he's not exactly getting that much game time at Crystal Palace. Also, this guy, Leon Bailey, he looks incredible. They do want 5 million for him, though. So we are going to stick Bradley Johnson, plus, what can we do here? 3.2. I think that would be a quite good deal for us. 18 years old, 74 rated. As you can see there on the right, fantastic pace and sprint speed. 75 ball control and dribbling. And 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot would be just the perfect young player. And I think he'll be used quite a bit in career mode, but as it is the start, not many people do know about it. We're going to do a straight swap here with Bradley Johnson, as they are worth the same amount of money. And then we can just see what we want to do with Bradley Johnson in terms of, do we keep him, do we get rid of him? We're probably going to go to the earlier one and probably get rid of him. Unfortunately, I don't think we can put Chris Baird into this deal, because apparently from EA's perspective, he's still he's only just transferred to the club. So we are going to put, I'll go 550 just to make it a little bit more acceptable, and that would be a fantastic sign. And what we'll just do is either release Chris Baird, who we could actually put on the transfer list, I think. We'll have a look there. Ah, that's why we can't put Chris Baird into it, because he's retiring at the end of his contract. So a little bit of a shame. Also the same with Chris Wheel. Hopefully we can play him in a cup game or two. We have obviously got Scott Carson out on loan, and Chris Martin. Now this is the interesting one. What do we do when it comes to January? Because technically he is still our player, and we could bring him back. But I think we'll leave him until January. I think that's what we'll do with Chris Martin for the time being. Into the third and final group game of this pre-season tournament. Vidra has actually got himself a hat-trick, so that's really nice to see. It's good to see as well that the kit numbers are all correct. I think last year there were a couple that were incorrect, so that's good to see from EA. We have got an extra $1 million. Obviously we can either put that into the Naki Wells deal, or the... I am kind of tempted just to accept Naki Wells now, to be fairly honest, because I don't know what I'm waiting for, because there are no other strikers that have Nick Blackman. I know there's Jovic, but I feel like Naki Wells, he's a realistic signing. That's what I like about him. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to just give it a chance, see what Jovic says, and then we'll potentially bring him into the club. Shit a dick. So we have actually lost this game in the group stage. So we have lost this game in the knockout stage. We really don't care. They do have a couple of good players in that team that like above 75 rated, so that's why they probably beat us. But I really don't care. Like, there's the extra, what, $1 million we get for getting knocked out. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, we get an extra 1.3. So that's 2 mil out of the 3. Border disappointed, but it really doesn't matter, let's be fairly honest. Nottingham Forest, they're probably not going to want to sell Lansbury to us, so I don't think that deal is on the table. But, as you can see here, they do want Bradley Johnson, but they want 6 million. We are going to go to 4.7 because he's young and he's not proven. Like, that's the thing with Bailey. He might not work out, and yeah, it just won't work out that well. So we're going to put another bid in for Patterson, raising it up to 750. You can go 860 actually. He's worth paying that extra bit more for, because of his stats, because of his young age, and yeah, I think there's a couple of things we need to look at here. So what we've decided to do is actually decline the Nick Blackman plus 1 million. And what I'm going to do instead is just put 2 million in there, because we have so much money and we don't really need to make any signings until January, in my opinion, because I don't really know about the squad. I think just bringing in Naki Wells straight out and then a couple of extra signings, then that would be quite nice. So Huddersfield want 2.8 million. We're going to go up to 7.4, just because it's a little bit less than what they say for, and they'll probably accept that in the end. Also, Genk have accepted the 4.7 million plus Bradley Johnson, adding up to just under 7 million, which for the very good young Bailey is actually a really good price. We're going to give him a 4-year contract, 10 grand a week. It just makes sense. Like, this guy will probably stay with us for the length of this career mode, and I think we are going to improve this deal here for Patterson, raising it up to 1.36, and another player that will be on very low wages throughout the course of this career mode, and he'll just grow. He'll grow mad, and you could probably get 10 million in a couple of seasons for him. So unfortunately, Bailey does not want to accept the contract, so we are going to have to improve that to 15,000 a week. That should do quite nicely. Still very cheap, and is essentially the same rating as what we currently have, and he's like 6-7 years younger. So as you can see here, we have got one of our first team players, Wilson, growing to a 70 rating, which will help out a ton. Just going from 60 to 70 psychologically helps me, because if I see a 60 rated player in the team, I feel like I need to improve it. But when he goes, like now he's a 70, I won't need that. I won't find that need to replace him with another striker. As you can see here, we have got 2 of our players accepted at once. Does mean Bradley Johnson is leaving the club, but I think Bailey is going to be an incredibly good player. I don't think I'm going to play him in the first game of the season. I'll probably bring him off the bench. Also the same with Naki Wells. We do need to sort out those kit numbers shortly along. But yeah, 2 signings straight away. Both of them realistic as well. Naki Wells, he probably could have joined us last window, but we got Vidra instead. But as you can see, it's career mode, and you can do what you want. I think we'll take Butterfield out here. Like Darren Bent, 32 years old. Is he going to be needed in the first team squad, especially with his 72 pace? No, not really. So probably going to take him out for Vyman. Give him an extra wide option, plus Vyman. He's about the same as Bent, just slightly less finishing. But then Bailey, what do we do with Bailey? Do we drop Vyman? I think we'll drop Vyman just because of Bailey, and that should do. As you can see here as well, Callum Patterson for 1.3 million plus 5 grand a week wages has been accepted. That is just ridiculously good signing. I know he's only worth $1 million, but I think for 1.3, an extra 300 million on top of his value, that's really nothing. And we've got a really good backup right back option. I could have probably just used Hansen, but I see him more as a central player. I don't really see him as a fullback with only like 63 pace. So yeah, I think we've got some really good backup options. What we could always do, I'm not too sure what his weak foot is, Patterson. 3-star. We could give it a go, like Hans Piliqueta for what's it called, Chelsea. They do play a right-footed left back. We could do the same with him. It's not like he's bad. Like, he's a really good, solid player. 6'2". You could even play him at centre back, to be fairly honest. Yeah, I kind of want to give that a go, but I am going to leave Forsyth in the team for the time being, and then we'll start fiddling later on in the series. Going into the very first game of this career mode against Brighton, as it is in real life, as you can see here, we don't have the third kit, which is a bit of a shame. We do only have those 2 choices, but it's not like I use the third kit too much. It's only a slightly bluer version of the kit. So yeah, I think we are going to just go with this lineup. There's no real need to change it, but straight away, we haven't even played the player, and he's grown to a 75, which kind of just wants me to put him into the team. But we are going to give Anu a go. He's a brand new signing, as you all probably know. And I think we'll just go with that. I do kind of want to put Butterfield on the bench, but who do we drop out of these 2? I think just because of who he is, like in real life, I'm just going to drop Thomas Ince, and we'll put Russell and Bailey, and we'll probably not even play Russell. We'll play Bailey and the new signing Naki Wells. So let's go into the very first game of the season against Brighton. So into the first game, as you can see, EA are fucking annoying. It's Molten Road. It shouldn't be. It should be the stadium that we want. So I'm probably going to sort this out when we do get to the full game, but for the time being, we'll have to do with this stadium. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll just get the career mode up to where it was with the same thingies, but we do need to change the camera angle because it is the very first game for me on FIFA 17, not FIFA 16, that terrible fucking game. Yeah, really weird how it does the original camera angle and then just quickly zooms in, but nevertheless, into the first game now. Hopefully we can kick it off with a win. Obviously James Wilson as well wasn't in this game against Brighton, but Vidra here has found himself through, and the keeper has saved it somehow. I don't know how Anya didn't get blown for offside there, but we are going to win it back again. with a catchy Anya. Very good agility for Anya, of course. Go on. No. Oh, what the flip was that? I think it was Forsyth who didn't quite get his head on it. And Knockout, the man I was just talking about, has found the back of the net. 5 minutes to half time. Really bad time to concede. There is a couple of things I want to mention. The crowds have actually got the when the Rams go marching in, which is actually really nice. But that was an absolute bullet from Knockout. Yeah, I think aerially didn't really do too well. New heading system, I think, on the game. And I don't know. It's just difficult to learn the game. We have got an attack here going. So we have got Will Hughes down injured, which first game of the season, not the best of things. We are going to go for Butterfield just because we do need the attacking presence. We're going to, as I said just before half time, Anya being so versatile can actually do a job at left back, and we can push Bailey forwards and make us a little bit more attacking. Also, I'm going to bring Naki Wells on for his debut, just like Bailey. Up front for Wilson, not really done too much, and yeah, we just need a bit more pace on the counter-attack. Oh, Vidra's through here. Can he get the first goal for us in this career mode? No, he's missed it. Oh, just learning this new... He's completely missed the target. Keeper hasn't got a touch on it. Well, we should have scored that. We should be back in this game, but now I've cocked it. Here we go. Ball through for Naki Wells. Can he find the first goal in this career mode? Hit the keeper. Rebound out to Bailey. And it's another save from Stockdale. He's made some really good saves in this game, to be fair. We have got our very first corner kick, as you can see. Last 8 minutes of the game now. Can we get this ball back in? Not quite. Oh, come on. Ball through. Vidra. You've got to finish this, son. There we go. First goal in the career mode. Mattia Vidra. Brand new signing. And as you can see there, some EA Access challenge. Score a goal with your favourite club. Just around the keeper with his left foot. Great goal. We did just stick it into 4-2-4, so what we're going to do is drop it back, make it a little bit more defensive, and I'll be quite happy with the point, to be fair. And there it is, full time, literally seconds between our goal and the end of the game. So, I don't know, we did okay. We were learning the new system in the 4-4-2, and just trying to merge in some players. I think the injury to Hughes kind of killed it as well. So James Wilson has grown to a 71 rated player with that bit of training, and it's just good to see straight away some players growing. Didn't do too well in the game, but maybe it was just against his former club. He got a bit of, I don't know, nerves. Maybe that's not a thing. But anyway, we're going to say it was. And yeah, maybe just trying out someone else up front for the next game. Maybe give Blackman a go. Maybe give someone like Jamie Hansen, Patterson, Byman. There's loads of players. And we can all give them a go up front. We could even play Johnny Russell up front if we really wanted to. Not the best of work rates for it, but can do a job up there if need be. But on that note, we are going to end off the episode, 45 minutes long of recording. I think I should be able to edit that down quite nicely. Make sure you do smash the like button. If we can get 50 likes on this video, I will upload the next episode straight away. I'll upload it as soon as we do hit that 50 like target. So that'll be absolutely fantastic. Smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.